Hey y'all, welcome to my Flosstube channel, RyRy McGUY. You can call me Ryan, and today we are recording Flosstube number 9, and I can't believe we made it this far. So if you've been up with me so far, thanks for sticking around. If you're new, we're going to talk about the usual suspects, I think, from a Flosstube channel perspective. I've got my list here in front of me, so we're going to go over actually, a lot of the projects that I worked on the last time in Flosstube number 8, and which was about a month ago, and I got a lot of stitching done, which I'm really happy with considering how busy I've been. So that's great news, and I've got a couple of new starts. We've got some new plans. We've got some finishes. We've got some recent acquisitions, and we've got some happy mail. All right, so actually, I wanted to talk, it's September. Well, today, technically, it's August 31st, so I wanted to do at least one a month. I'm just slipping in under the wire, and but it's September, essentially. I can feel the air changing a little bit already, and to my American friends, I know that kids have been back in school in some areas, at least for a few weeks already. Up here in Canada, generally, we don't start school until September. So for me, September and fall has always been about, in a way, like new beginnings rather than sort of endings with fall and things dying. So for me, September is kind of a time of renewal and new chapters and new starts and new starts and. Uh, one memory that I have about going to school every around this time every year is going shopping for school supplies, and we always had that big list the school gave us every year, and for some reason we always needed to get a new compass set with a protractor. I don't know what happened to them. Our parents didn't know what happened to them. I think they kind of were disappointed that they had to buy us a new set every year. And of course, we've got pencil crayons and the rulers and the erasers and the duotang binders and wiring science by books and the Hilroy notebooks. So yeah, for me, September it's about school and going back to school, and so this is a very long way of me saying that I also wanted to talk about tools today. Tools of the trade and things that I use. And I think that I've got enough going on here that maybe I'll keep tools to a separate video. And yeah, we'll keep it sort of in its own entity, much like I did with what to pack for a Stitchy retreat. So yeah, that's what we'll do. If you want to watch, keep an eye out for that. I don't know if I'm going to call it Flosstube 10 or just sort of a tools. So anyway, thank you for joining me today, and let's jump right into it. We're going to talk about this might be kind of Flosstube number 8 2.0, because a lot of the stuff that I showed you last time, the thing I love about Flosstube is it not that I don't fall out of excitement with stitching, but it gets me reacquainted with a lot of my projects. So all of the projects that I showed you last video, I kept out and I continued to work on them after that. So yeah, so this will kind of be 2.0 of Flosstube number 8. Before I forget, we also have a giveaway regarding the Liberty fabrics, and we might have a couple of new giveaways coming up, so stay tuned. So on to the stitching business. My first work in progress that I wanted to share with you is Ladyman 1844. I think you're all familiar with this. If you've watched me, thank you for joining me on my hashtag RyRy's first Sal. Yeah, it's been an adventure. I still love it. I still love it. It's awesome. And let's see where we are. I think I'm a little bit further than I was last time, and I won't bother pulling up a picture. I mean, it's not that exciting, but this is where I am right now. Let me scooch in. Ooh. So what I did since last time, as you can tell, the dog is new. I did a bit of grass. I finished all the text, and yeah, I'm pretty happy. It's actually such a quick and easy stitch. I could probably have this done in no time, but I want to stitch on all the projects all the time, which is the frustrating part. But it's a happy part. So I'm really enjoying working on this, and I'm sure all I've got left really is the butterfly up here, and I need to finish off the grass and Bob's your uncle. So details, I'll post the details below. I won't bother going into everything all over again. So, but again, Ladyman 1844, and this is by Michelle of Bendy Stitchy Designs. Love it. This actually is, I think, going to be my first reproduction sampler that I'm going to be finishing. So I'll have to do something in celebration for that. What else have we got? Oh yes, if you know me, you know I've been doing the Jeannette Douglas Mini-Bouquet stitch along. Every month she releases a bouquet for that particular month. It's complimentary, it's on her website, and I've been having a lot of fun with it. Yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with it, especially with the finishes. Hillary gave me some hand-dyed floss from Victoria Clayton. So I've been using her on the past 3. So I think last time I showed you June, and I may not have, did I do July? I might have done some of July, but sorry if this is a repeat for you. Oh wait, is this June? This is June. That's May down there. Here we have June. This is again unknown fiber linen, or sorry, unknown linen source, and the flosses that I'm using for these are Vicky Clayton hand-dyed floss, and yeah, it's really sweet. If that's a repeat, sorry, we'll go on to the next one. This is July, and I don't think that I started this. How we do? I don't think that I started this the last time that we were together. And again, I'm using the hand-dyed Vicky Clayton floss, the silk floss that Hillary gave me, and the pink actually, that darker pink around the flowers is from hand dyed by Rolanda. Sorry about that, and I'll be mentioning her again a little bit later. But again, really easy, really sweet. Now the deal is I've got 3 of these, and so you can see I started. I tried to do over 1, and that just wasn't too successful. So we've got May, June, July all in this one piece of fabric, and I'm going to be doing a finish for these that I have not yet done. If you've been following me, you know I've been having fun every month doing something different. And this time, I have an idea in mind. I'm pretty sure it's going to work. It's nothing that I've ever made before. And what I'm going to do is turn this into a giveaway. Because Hillary had provided the linen and the floss, it was kind of a pass the stash concept. I'm going to do the same thing, and if you would like to venture a guess on what it is I will be making from these 3 mini bouquets, each one will be the same finish, so it's going to kind of be 3 of the same, and you'll see why. But yeah, if you can venture a guess what it is that I will be making with these, please do so in the comments. And if you're interested, as, again, part of that pass the stash. What if I, oh, what did I do with it? Oh, here it is. I think I might have shared this with you on my first video. And this was when I started getting back into stitching again. I picked up the Mini-Bouquets designs, and there are 5 in the series, again by Jeannette Douglas. This is Mini-Bouquets sampler number 2. The copyright on this is 2001, so I believe this document is 21 years old. I mean, it's legal age. This is legal stitching. So past the stash, if you want to venture a guess what it is I'll be finishing, I'll be passing on this this chart to the lucky winner, and or the lucky guesser. It doesn't matter if you guess right or not. I'll maybe just look for the word guess, and then you'll have a chance to be the recipient of this. So you'll be getting the chart, and well, you know what I'll do? And this is a good example to mention something that kind of bothers me, and I can't remember if I talked before about it, but I did finish it. I did. This is what it looks like in person, real, live, finished, not fully finished. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. It's like a band sampler. Every band is a different kind of stitch. It's kind of a signature Jeannette Douglas thing, and I really enjoyed stitching this. So my beef. Oh, you know what? Here, let me finish doing the giveaway thing. I will pass along the chart, and I will pass along all of the floss that I used for this project. So it was 3 DMCs. There was a specialty, 2 specialty flosses. This is by Threadworks, and sort of a pale creamy white with little hints of pink and green. I don't know if this camera's doing it justice, but very, very pale pink and green inside there. And you can see it was used for the daisies. Oh yeah, you can see a little bit of variegation there. And the little squares at the bottom. And there was another specialty floss used for the actual topiary, the green. So I'll include that in the giveaway. There's some Krynic metallic floss. I'll include this in the giveaway. And you know, if you're interested, I can also pass along some of this linen to you. And did I keep track of what it is? No. You know, I'll put it in the drop-down box below. I know it's, oh, you know what? It's the called for? Is that right? Yes, it was the called for. Model stitched on 28 count water lily jobelin. And so that's actually what I used. Everything I used was called for. And so I can include a piece of this fabric for you if you like, and then you'll have one entire, essentially, kit of Mini-Bouquets number 2 by Jeannette Douglas. Now, let me get to my beef. This is the finished stitch. This is the actual chart. So, finished chart. Finished chart. So this is supposed to be the same color linen. You can see that it's not, and I'm kind of hoping that over 21 years the color likely has changed. But my kind of beef is, and it's not with this because I really like the design and the different stitches, but my beef is when you look at a chart, you look at a design, you look at the model, or you look at the rendering, and you fall in love with it, usually for the way that it looks. I mean, you might be loyal to a particular designer and buy everything that they have, but I'll usually buy charts because I like the way they look. And then when you get them or you kit it up and you look at the floss and you look at the chart and you're like, no, this this does not match this. And I know that there are a number of factors and variables involved with that. I mean, you have the actual model, you have a photograph of the model, which can change things, and then you're viewing the photograph of the model on a screen, so that can change things. And then you have the printed out version, which can have a different look. And that's not even factoring in the fact that you'll have different dye lots. If you're working with hand-dyed flosses, yeah, you're gonna get some variations, some difference. But, you know, I just want to put this out there, and it's something that I sort of forced to think about now with every chart and make the decision, do I really like this for the colors? And am I going to be disappointed when I get it? And is it possible that I can kit it up myself using colors that please me? And usually that's been the case. So I just wanted to put it out there and find out if anyone else has kind of had a similar or same experience. There was one chart in particular, I won't name it, but I was so disappointed in the difference between, it's like what you bought and what you get, that I don't think I'll ever stitch it. Anyway, giveaway. Use the word guess. Now, where was I? Use the word guess. August. We already have August, the month of August, and I finished it. This is the tomatoes. Am I shaking here? Is that hair? Oh yeah, that I can't even blame standing on that hair. That's definitely mine. So here we have tomatoes, and what's unusual about this chart is that someone on Facebook or Instagram also did this, but what they did is below they put the words tomato, which I thought was really sweet and really cute. So that's why it's still on the hoop for me. I'd like to maybe do something like that. And I think that this kind of reminds me of a seed packet. So I might sort of turn it into a little satchel, and I'll put maybe a border or a band across the top, and then have, like tomato, or across the bottom. Unfortunately, I can't remember who off the top of my head did that. If I find it, I will insert it when I'm editing the video. I did ask her and get her permission if she could be my inspiration for that design twist. So thank you. That is the Mini-Bouquet. How are we doing here? Yeah. Okay. So that was, sort of 3-4 projects that I'm very happy with. Now we're going to move on to one that I brought up last time. And, I'm not going to hold a bag up here. This was a Chatelaine. This is a bold band sampler number 1, I believe. And if you're familiar with Chatelaine, you know that they feature a lot of beadwork, specialty stitches. They tend to be quite large. And what I liked about this is that, let me just show you. That the actual chart was rather modest. And here, I'll just leave it in the plastic. There we go. Yeah, that's not too bad. It's reading a little green here, but that's probably because of my printer. So, my scanner copier. So, bold band sampler number 1, and by Chatelaine. And last time I was kind of complaining about it. They use specialty fibers and specialty flosses, and there was one in particular that just did not agree with me one bit, and I'm still angry with it. So this is the floss in question. I think, oh, there we go. Yeah, look at this. just look at this. This is not fun to stitch with. I don't want to call it a synthetic. I think that it's rayon. Unfortunately, the name fails me right now. Actually, you know what? I have a chart. I can look it up. Or can I? What is that one? Black Silver PB59. So whatever that is, it was no picnic to work with. And I had a lot of support from some people who commented and said, yeah, I should continue, I should carry on and see how it goes. So that's what I did. And this is as far as I got. I don't know. I can't. Is that in focus, guys? That's as far as I got. There's a lot of blues in there, and you can't really tell. And you can see where there's going to be a lot of that black floss used all around here. And this forms the border of the entire piece. And you know what? I'm still not loving it. As I'm stitching it, I'm saying, you know, maybe if I just get to this section, or if I just get to this particular color, or you know what, might just pick up, you know, once I add the beads, or once I introduce more specialty stitches. And you know, which is great for your finished object, but I really enjoy the process of stitching. And if you know, if I'm not enjoying the actual stitching of a project, why am I doing it? And I caught myself questioning that when I've got so many other projects on the go here that I'm so happy with. Like really, like I don't want to put down, I just want to keep going. And I'm sorry to say this is not one of them. For me, you know, for me, I know everyone might have, well, everyone does have their own opinion, but I know for me, this particular design just wasn't working for me. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't think I'll be spending any more time on it. I might sell it or give it away. I've got all of the called for materials, and it would be a shame to have them just sitting there. So you know, I belong to a Facebook group for Chatelaine stitchers, and I may put the word out there if anyone is looking for this chart to hit me up, and we'll see what we can do. So for now, I'm going to say good night and tuck it in. Is that what I wanted to say about that? Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I do have two more Chatelaine charts, one of which is a small study that focuses on eyelets, and the other one is much larger. I think it's a frosty winter garden. I'll bring it out when I'm working on it at some point in the future. So, you know, I haven't given up the Chatelaine projects yet. Just this one, we're gonna park it. We are going to park it now. Another project, where is it? Another project that you saw last time is by Plum Street Sampler. And it is a red cottage. Thanks to Lori for the inspiration. I started this when we spent a week at the cottage, and I don't think I got that far. Why did I? Oh, yes. I stopped because I kind of did my own conversion just to some flosses that I had on hand, and I wasn't happy with one of them, so I went ahead and ordered the floss, and then I received it, and I started stitching with it, and you know, I'm a little happier with it, but I'm not exactly thrilled. And the color that I needed to get, it's called Old Covered Bridge, and it's this one. You can see it's got some beautiful variegation with the green and the brown. Yeah, that's reading pretty accurate. Yeah, that's reading pretty accurate. So yeah, Old Covered Bridge. However, the situation is on the chart, it's showing really gray, and it's showing like almost a silvery gray. And when I'm stitching it, honestly, you can't even tell the difference between the two greens, between the old covered bridge and the greens that I'm using. So red cottage, I'm using some of the called for, and it is a Lakeside Linen 32 count maple sugar. So this is where I am so far. I think last time, what did I have done? I had just sort of this section, and now I tackled that big flower, the other thing, a couple of these little motifs, and yeah, this one is stitching up so fast, and again, I hope to have this finished by the next time. But I'm telling you, it really is just the sweetest chart. Like, look at, I love the play on scale with, see the house and the flower next to it. I think it's just hilarious. And what's even funnier is this little house is done over one next to an even littler flower next to it. So it's sort of like a house in house, or one of those infinity reflecting mirrors. But it's, yeah, I'm looking forward to getting to the houses. We'll just say that. Okay. I'm just dumping everything down here, so this is going to be a real mess after I film. But that's okay. Hopefully nothing will get put away, and I'll continue stitching, and I'll take care of those finishes. What's next? This project back by Betsy. Thank you, Betsy. This is, oh, we're doing new starts. This is a new start, and I've got a picture. Yeah, you know what I'll do? I'll pull up the, okay, so it's a new chart, and it is Stacy Nash. Why am I shaking so much? Stacy Nash Primitives. It's part of the Animal Crackers series, and we're looking at Jenny here. Isn't that sweet? So it's a little stuffed objet, and on the back you can see they're suggesting you can just sort of whip stitch in a heart and use it as like a little scissors keep. And the chart also includes little needlework, so which is a nest. I thought this was so sweet, and the reason I started this is that a couple of my friends have been doing some stitching in hand or modified stitching in hand, and so I thought that this would be a good project to do that with. And as you can see, you know, there's a lot of solid going back and forth there. And you know what? I watched a few tutorials. I just could not get the hang of it. I don't know if it's because I'm left-handed, but you know, I need, if anyone knows of a left-handed stitch in hand tutorial, please share it with me. I really appreciate that. So I'm using what called for floss, which is really, really nice. It's a really nice color palette here. Gentle Arts. Yeah, all Simply Cheaper, the Gentle Arts. And it is being stitched on, oh, I don't know who it's from. I know it's 36 count. I know it's linen. Sorry about that. We'll just call it mystery. And this is as far as I got. So yeah, you can tell that it's going to be a bird. And this didn't go as well as I had hoped, the stitching hand part. And so I used my own technique, which I think gives me a little bit of speed. But you can see I've not done the stitching in hand officially yet. I'm still using the hoop. So yeah, new start. And Yeah, I can't wait to get going on that. You know, it's always nice to have a project on the go that you can just do. You don't need to chart even to refer to, no color change. Even if you're traveling, you just pre-thread a bunch of needles and off you go. So that is Jenny by Stacy Nash Primitives. Oh, we're just smoking through everything here. Now, if you remember, not that you need to, but last time I had a lot of my projects in plastic bags, and which kind of signaled to everyone a shortage of project bags for me. So I acquired one. If you're a fan, you may recognize this fabric. It's Teresa Kogut, and it's a vinyl project bag, and I got it from Shiba Designs, and they're here in Ontario, and Melissa's her name. There you go. Shiba Designs. I just bought it off her website. I think it was Etsy. Don't quote me. I'll put a link below. But yeah, I like the vinyl project bags. I've made a few, but I've not made the one with the vinyl on it. So I think that'll be my next sewing project. I'll have fun making one of those. So what is in here? It is by Ink Circles. There we go, Ink Circles. It is Fordley. And this chart came to me as a sort of a pass the stash kind of thing from Stitch North, a stitching retreat that we had here. And thanks to Bonnie, she passed this along, and she brought a lot of her projects, and there was a common theme. Her choice in colors, absolutely beautiful, and it was very much inspired by that sort of aged copper patina, you might know as verdigris. And so the floss that she used is actually called verdigris, and this is it. There we are. Gentle art, verdigris. You can see it's kind of not a copper, but almost a greeny brown with a cool paler gray shot through it. And I posted my progress on Instagram, and I don't think I've ever received so many comments for one particular project, commenting on how nice this floss looked. And I have to agree. It's a really nice effect. Fiber, the fabric is coloring cotton, 36 count salt rock. You think that would be rock salt, but anyway, that's what it is. And this is as far as I got. I didn't get much more than I did when I posted online. And the color here is reading pretty true, I have to say. And yeah, it's reading pretty true. It's actually in real life, it's a little more turquoise. Yeah, in real life, it's a little more turquoise, and which really makes it pop. And this is such a fun stitch to do as well. It's something, not quite like what I love about modern folk embroidery, in that, once you kind of figure out the design, you can just run with it without having to look back and forth at the chart all the time. And this one is almost like that, but there's no mystery about what sort of comes next and what you have to stitch next, and that's what I like about it. It's mandala stitching, little comfort stitching, but also it's something I needed to pay a little bit of attention to. So again, it was really hard for me to put this one down. I wanted to keep going. Isn't that crazy? Hmm. I'm enjoying my tea, and oh, should we talk about that? No, I'll come back to that. I'll stick to the list. Happy mail. We got some happy mail, and this was really, really a surprising thing to receive in the mail. It's from Laura, a viewer who actually received the chart and the floss that I had with my last giveaway, and as a thank you, she sent me a beautiful card. Thank you muchly, and look what she made. Isn't that gorgeous? It's a beautiful bird out of felt, and it's got and she made this all by hand. It's absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, felt, whip stitched, sequins, beads, gold thread. She even put her little initials and the year here, and she was concerned about, she says, I hope that it goes with your decor, or with your tree. I hope it'll fit into your tree. And I have to say that I couldn't ask for a more perfect item for my tree, because Stanley, he perceives the tree as his personal toy, just a really big jumbo scratching post. Not that he scratches it. He won't eat tinsel. He doesn't really destroy or chew on anything. He just loves climbing up it. And I've not done this yet. I might share a picture here of him inside the tree. I keep saying, we need to turn that into a Christmas card, because it is cute as heck. So all this to say, we don't have a lot of fragile ornaments in the tree, and a lot of them are felt, and this one will definitely be right at home. So thank you so much, Laura. That was so sweet of you, and completely unnecessary. I mean, you're the one who got the giveaway. So thank you. What else do we have? This is from my friend who will remain anonymous, and he's the one that travels around for work a lot, and enjoys picking things up for me. And so I got this card in the mail. The best things in life aren't things. The best things in life aren't things. And inside, this is the best thing in life aren't things. They're friends like you. So inside the card, he included, I didn't even take it off yet. Oh, you know what? That's not doing it justice, so I'll take it off. He included this tiny, 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 it's actually, if you can see it, there we go. It's actually a stamp. It's actually a stamp made with real fiber, like real floss on a real backing. It's adhesive, I'm assuming, and it actually is a stamp in Austria. This was, I think, second one in a series that they've done, and I swear I've never seen anything like this. Really, this just completely astounds me. And because I like doing little things. And so it's called Petty Point. I took out my loop, and just to figure out what it is that's going on. And I think it may be done by machine, but still it looks handmade. And even if it is, like I've never seen a stamp like that before. I think it's covering it up. Are we getting focus? I need Steadicam. So thank you to my friend for the sweet happy mail. And I can't even remember what brought him to Austria. I mean, he doesn't usually go there. What else? Oh, this is a new happy mail. This is a new happy mail. Look at this. This is a project bag, courtesy of Barb, and she here in Ontario. I think she's here in Ontario, and Ellen and Maximum Hostage Power Hour. Ellen, we're friends. Ellen and I received a joint package. It was one shipment, and we each got a beautiful project bag. I don't know if these are anemones. Is that what they're called? Kind of a squid. And inside, she included, and it was just for no reason. I think she just she enjoyed watching our floss tubes, and I think that's kind of the wonderful thing about floss tubes. We can be anywhere around the world, and we're united by this sense of community through our common craft, and that's truly wonderful. And it's so sweet to see people kind of wanting to share their gratitude for that experience, and I think Barb is one of them. I know I am. For one, so grateful for all of the people that I've met through Flosstube. And she included, whoops, turn around. Are we there? No, we're too fuzzy. We're too fuzzy. There we are. So scissors fob or thread charm, zipper pull, what have you. I think it'll be great for a scissors fob because the lobster clasp is nice and generous. So she included that, and she also included, which just blows me away, is hand dyed by me, hand dyed by Barb. It is 25 count Zweigart, and this is actually linen that she dyed. Now this just totally blows me away. Isn't that absolutely beautiful? Like that is really stunning. It's grayish blue with these wonderful earth tones, and I don't know. I'll have to stitch something very special on this. And tag, I'm calling it Afternoons and Coffee Spoons. If you're a Crash Test Dummies fan, you'll get the reference. So thank you so much, Barb. Like I really will treasure this. This will sort of go under maybe new starts or plans, I guess. And my friend Darcy, Stitchman Darcy, just came out with a couple of new Hitchcock, a few Hitchcock-inspired charts, and he loves full coverage. He loves it, and a lot of his designs really are just magnificent, and for me, a little overwhelming. And so I was honest with him. I said, I'm like, can you do something smaller? I said, please, do something smaller. So I think I'm not saying I was the inspiration for it, but thank you, Darcy, for creating a smaller project. It's called We All Go a Little Mad Sometimes, or Often. and maybe not little, maybe large, maybe big time. Um, and it's only 98 wide by 50 high, so I'm very happy with this, and I think that it'll suit some variegated thread really nicely. And he was kind enough to give this to me along with another one that he did, um, Marion's Eye, Marion's Eye, and yeah, it was really sweet of him to give them to me and to kind of sort of support him and to pay it forward. I would like to share this chart. Like I will buy this chart and Marion's Eye for anyone who is interested in it. Just leave a comment in the just leave a comment below. I'm not going to be looking for a particular word because I think we're already looking for guess. So I'm not going to, you know what? That's not true. Use the word Hitchcock. So I will be looking for the word Hitchcock, and you'll receive both of these charts. It's on through his Etsy, so I think I can just pay for it and have it emailed to you directly. So I'll need to get your email address. And for all of the giveaways here, please be over 18. And YouTube is not affiliated with this. Don't use the word giveaway, please. And but if you'd like to get this and Marion's Eye, please use the word Hitchcock in the comment. If you want the Jeannette Douglas mini topiary, I will be looking for the word guess. And if you want to be creative and in a comment use the word, both words, go for it. So I'm going to be starting this real soon. I actually have the perfect linen for it, and I did show it I think I showed it in a previous Flosstube. So you'll see when I start stitching it. It's really fun. I think it's going to fit perfectly. Another new start or plan, I guess, that I have is by Miss Prim, and this is, here we are, Miss Prim, and he's Sweet Santa. And I had my eye on this last year. There was a stitch along last year that I kind of missed, which honestly I'm not very good with stitch alongs, but that's where I saw this, and so I snagged it, and I am going to do this for Santa September, and this I first heard from Nikki of Nikki Noodle. I don't know. I think she couldn't remember where she heard it. Hashtag Santa September. So, I guess it's kind of a version of Christmas in July. So this is my Santa September project. And I'm using all the everything called for, right? From the linen to the floss. And yeah, I think it's sweet. That's called Sweet Santa. So that's my plan. And another one of my plans. I didn't go over acquisitions yet. Another one of my plans is this was actually a gift that I received from Ellen of Maximum Cross Stitch Power Hour for my birthday. It's called A Heart Remembers, Blackbird Designs. I think we might be familiar with it if you are a fan. And again, these are just the most charming designs. I'll just show you. I think I can show you a couple of the projects that are included. Very sweet. For those who like birds, there's definitely some birds. I like, this is on the front cover. It's sort of a triptych, but with 5 panels, and you can stitch each one individually, or do them all together, or stitch them separately and then connect them. So yeah, again, the birds are so cute here. Let's see. How am I going to do this without showing you all the little blackbirds? This one's called Rites of Spring, and there's a series of heart cushions here, and I think this is the one I'm going to do. Ellen, I'm not saying it's for you. It's to my dear friend. And I've got everything to go for it. So I've got the linen. I'm using, what am I using for linen? 37 count Wild Honey Legacy linen. And I'm using all of the called for flosses, which again, she so gratefully included in my big birthday package. And this is not working how it's panned out. Let's see if we can. There we go. Nice. Gentle Arts Legacy Linen, and I'm missing cream or white. I think that I'm currently using it in another project. So this is a small one, so I don't think I need to be too concerned about running out of that particular color. So this definitely is in my new plans. I should have started it already, but work kind of got the best of me. So that's going to be the first new start that I've got. So, you know what? We can talk about the tea. I'm enjoying a cup of Earl Grey, and it's from a tea company called RyRy Tea Company. I did bring this up too. This is not a commercial. This is not a sponsored post. Just in case you're interested, handcrafted black tea by RyRy Tea Company, and I actually got a taste of this tea when I was at Liberty in London, my very first time visiting. And what do you do in London? You need to have afternoon tea. And I went by myself. It was perfectly fine. And it was everything you could hope an afternoon tea to be. And I think if I have a picture, I didn't talk about this last video, did I? Enjoy it again if I did. It's kind of a picture of what I got for my afternoon tea. They served this tea, and yeah, and now I think they ship. It's an English company, and now they ship. I think they even have a distribution center in the U.S. and that services North America. So it was really nice to be able to find it again and kind of continue with that experience. And so we're going to come to the giveaway. I still have my recent acquisitions to go through, but last video I talked a bit about Liberty and some of the beautiful textiles I got. They are known for their prints, and I won't spend too much time on this. I'll just do a little quick flash through. My friend sent me a little bundle, and I also purchased a bundle, and I am going to be giving away a packet of needles. A packet of needles, Merchant and Mills, and a couple of 2 or 3 pieces of fabric, winner's choice, and I did the random. You had to use the word Liberty. Thank you for sharing your wonderful travel stories and experiences and thoughts and memories of Liberty for those who went. And so I looked for the word Liberty, and the winner is Mona Sumner. So Mona, I will leave a reply to your original comment in my last video, and if you can, we'll get together virtually. I'll send you a photo of all the fabrics, and you can pick what you think you'd like to enjoy working with. So that's my Liberty giveaway. Mona Sumner, congratulations. Back to the tea. What else? Oh, okay. Recent acquisitions. Now, I talked before in the the mini bouquet, I had used hand dyed by Rolanda floss, and I am subscriber to their monthly Floss of the Month club, and I don't know if I ever showed them off to you. She switched, I guess, systems here. She's got some floss drops, and I just wanted to. I'm missing a color. It's actually currently in another project, but what can I hold it up against? How's that? I just wanted to show you. This is cotton hand-dyed floss, and it really is beautiful to look at, and it's a joy to work with, and it's yeah, check her out. Link below. I know actually in Canada, I'm here in Canada, and we don't have a lot of opportunities to have or participate in subscription services or those surprise boxes or countdown boxes, and so, you know, when I saw the hand dyed by Rolanda, there are a few. Evertoad also does Floss of the Month Club too. So they're next. I'm going to talk about them next. So hand dyed by Rolanda. If you're looking to participate in a Floss of the Month Club, it's really reasonable, very affordable, and yeah, every month you get this beautiful surprise of some hand dyed floss. So. Evertoad, we are going to talk Leo and Roxy. So for those of you who know Caroline McNeil or Stitch North, I think a lot of you found your way to me through her. So I just recently purchased some floss from her, and this actually, I love a deal. I love a good deal, and for some reason, I almost missed this opportunity. It was you buy a specific amount or number of product. I can't remember if it was flosses. I can't remember the details. But if you met a particular criterion for your purchase, then you received as a bonus a surprise pack of a 25 pack of Leo and Roxy floss, and it's sort of like a grab bag, and it's all beautiful. You know what? Am I going to take this? Well, let me show you what I bought first. I should have opened this earlier. This floss I bought. All of them had a purpose. None of it was just to kind of have because I like the color. Is that true? No, I think, yeah, I bought these three because I love the color. It's sage, all the 3 different sages. But no, specifically what drove me to the shop was, if I got it right, let me get rid of this. Sorry about that, guys. These 3 colors. This is really awkward. These 3 colors. We've got Delft, we've got just navy, and we've got ochre. And the reason I wanted these flosses is so I could stitch a modern folk embroidery chart called Song of the Nightingale. So this is another recent acquisition here. Modern folk embroidery, Song of the Nightingale. I'll probably go into more detail about this when I actually start stitching it, but the color palette was just exquisite, and the floss is available exclusively through Evertoad, the dyer Leo and Roxy, and yeah. So I don't want to say it's in the plan yet. I've got enough going on, so I think I'm just gonna park this one for a while, and in the meantime, I'll enjoy looking at my bonus flosses. And last is a bundle of flosses that I bought off an Etsy seller, and this kind of was inspired by that problem floss that I had with the Chatelaine, that black curly rayon. And I don't want to take it out of the bag because it's going to be a mess. But I'm just curious to know if anyone else has worked with, look at these colors. Oasis. There you go. Oasis floss. I don't know much about them. These are all really gorgeous colors. I think it might be rayon. So, I mean, technically that's still a natural fiber, but just regenerated into these sort of monofilaments. So they're really strong, really shiny, and these seem to be less curly than that black floss that I was using. And I just thought, I'm wondering if it might be a nice alternative to those who, like the look of silk, but for whatever reason or another, they can't or won't work with silk. So I wanted to check these out. I was really curious to know. I'll be honest with you. You can see how shiny they are. Like they're really reflecting the light here. They're very shiny. I thought it'd almost be a little too garish or gaudy, but I'll give them a try and stitch up a few, or at least put a few stitches in and see what it looks like when it's just one pulled strand on linen. It might be a little more subtle, the effect, but if anyone has any experience working with the Oasis floss, please share with me. I'd love to read and learn and understand about it a little more. So my tray is empty. I think did I cover everything? Oh, one thing another little shout out, Stitches and Diamonds, name of the channel. Her name is Marie, just the sweetest woman ever. I don't know if you're familiar with her channel, please go check her out. And I wanted to mention her before when I was talking about doing the stitching in hand. I watched one of her tutorials, and I think hers was the most concise in that it kind of showed the variety of stitch in hand stitches that you might use in a typical project. And she's also, I think she's going to be hosting or coordinating a London stitching retreat, and that's coming up real fast. I think in October. I don't know if there are still spots available. The last time I checked, I think there might have been 8. So check her out if you're in London or want to go to London and something you're interested in doing. And even aside from that, she's a joy to watch. So please check her out. In her shout out to me, this is tit for tat here. In her shout out for me, one of her observations is that I like to do things with a twist, and that's a little bit true. That's kind of true, but also no pressure. No, I really kind of have to deliver if that's going to be my thing. So if that means stitching with these flosses, if that means my final finishes, I will embrace that label with gratitude. Thank you, Marie. And thank you for watching. As always, I'm sure I missed 1,000 things that I wanted to share, but there's always next time. So we've got 2 giveaways coming up. Next episode is episode number 10. So we might do something special for that as well. I was saying the royal we. And I forgot already. Oh, tools. So keep an eye out. I'll share on my Instagram feed when I share or post a video about some of the tools that I enjoy using in the spirit of back to school. So take care, guys. Be well, and happy stitching, and see you next time.